Play is such an important part of the kindergarten classroom. We all know that. We know that it builds self-regulation skills, social skills, and it comes from what kids are truly interested in. Why would you insert mathematics into that? Can't kids just play? Can't kids just be themselves? Well, actually, kids enjoy the mathematics and play. They like seeing the world through mathematical eyes. And we can do so much to enhance that. Let's take the first point, that they like seeing mathematics. They do mathematics in their play. Herb Ginsberg and a team of researchers took a look, videotaped kids in a low-resource community and kids who came from a very high-resource community, both at the preschool level now in this particular study. And they coded incidences, and they said, I saw a minute of kids playing. How many of those minutes had some mathematics into it? It might shock you to know that just short of 50% of every incidence, of every minute of play on the part of these kids had some mathematics in it. Might also interest you to know what kind of mathematics was in there. The biggest mathematics that kids did is shape. Shape and spatial ideas were big. Magnitude comparison, who's got more, who's taller, who's shorter, whose car goes faster, and things like that. Counting, number, classification, all these ideas appeared in their play. Some people might say, well, then I'm just going to have the kids play. They're already doing mathematics. In a way, you're absolutely right, and that's good stuff for kids. But you could do so much more with that. One colleague of mine, Mary Lindquist, tells a story. She teaches a class at a university, and she sent all her kids in a methods class, a math methods class for early childhood, down to see kids in a center there, early childhood center. And the kids were 4 and 5 years old, and they were going through their day and playing and the like. And they came back to Mary, and she said, how much mathematics is she? They weren't doing any math. And she said, well, wait a minute. When they were doing puzzles, were they putting geometric shapes together and making them? Yeah, they were doing that. And so they had to find things that fit, that were congruent. Yeah, they did that. Did they ever argue about who had more? Well, yeah, they did. So this is mathematics. And so then she sent them back at the end of the class and sent them back again and said, now say how much mathematics. And they came back and said, there's mathematics all day happening in this class. Then she says an interesting thing. Is that an advancement? Yeah, in one way, yes. These teachers-to-be had seen that there's potential for mathematics all over. On the other hand, if they couldn't see it, the teacher didn't talk to the kids about it, was that truly the best mathematics these kids have been doing? And she would argue, no, it wasn't. Because the teachers never brought the mathematics out of the intuitive and made kids explicitly aware of the mathematics.